What's going on, fellas? Welcome back. New video. Just want to talk about a little bit about what I like to do in terms of my strategies I use when investing or buying into things or trading off certain items for sometimes just things I'd rather prefer to have or, you know, other items I maybe wouldn't buy out of pocket, but I use these strategies in order to kind of get the items I once would have thought were just unobtainable. I see a lot of people, they play their cards, slightly worse than they could. And I just want to kind of show some insight. I'm sure this isn't anything too crazy new in terms of what's already been talked about in other videos, but getting into the video right before it, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe. I hope I add some value to whatever it is you're currently looking for in terms of information on these hobbies and the TCG and what else it may be. Uh, Thank you for 10 subscribers. That is massive. That is major. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Uh, Hopefully we can just keep going and moving along, and I continue to add value. If I haven't, I hope to, you know. But moving into the video, uh, basically what we have here is a previous buy. So I usually buy the PCETBs, the Pokemon Center exclusives, which you can tell by this stamp right here. I usually buy these. They sell on the website for $60, $65 with the tax, free shipping over. I believe they changed it. I think it's $30 orders, maybe $25 orders. I know it was 20 at one point. I'm unaware of it now. But mainly the point is that I buy these usually every time. I get pretty lucky and very fortunate. If you have the time to wait in these queues and uh, get lucky is a big part of it. Being lucky. Somehow or another, I always get them. Knock on wood, just saying. Uh, but what I do, okay, so I got a couple of these, and I kept one. I sold off the other ones. I sold off the other ones, and I was actually, in my eyes, playing it very well. I think I only got, no, I'm lying. I only had two of these, and I sold off one and I kept one because I try to collect them. You can see in the back I do have a couple of them. I'll make the camera big. I do have a couple, just a couple. But what I did with this ETB is I paid 60, right? And I really wanted to finish my Crown Zenith Master set. And I had always been missing the gold cards because the golds were always a little bit out of range for me. So, in my eyes, I paid 60 for the ETB, but I was able to get these two cards that are over 60 at the time when I sold. This box was at 240 in October. I sold right here. So it was 240. I think they gave me 220 because these PCETBs, they don't take too high of percentage on them. If you find a good buyer at card shows, they won't usually treat them like how they treat cards. These are definitely more coveted product. So most people would say this is goofy. Why would you sell a PCETB for cards? Crown Zenith of all cards, you know. Crown Zenith was overprinted. There was a point where nobody wanted this. Why would you get the cards if not just trade for other sealed product? Well, that comes in. I'm a collector. I don't always invest. Sometimes I choose to get the things I actually want rather than the things I believe in long term. And yes, will this ETB perform well long term? Of course. Is it the best one? No, it's not the best one, and it will never be the best one. I could be proven wrong, but in my personal belief, the Alakazam promo, which I can pull that up real quick. It's not, in my opinion, it's not very good. Okay? It's not very good. I don't personally like it. It's just okay. If it had texture, it'd probably be pretty good actually, I can't even lie. But yeah, near mint you can pick it up for $5. Why wouldn't you just buy that? The Pokemon Center stamped one. Um Yeah, I actually typed that time and I didn't fumble over everything. We got Charizard GX down there instead. We have a damaged one. $50 for it. I would never pay that. I would pay $30 tops. But my point here is that basically I traded for something I wanted more. I didn't see much potential long term. Now the Lucario, on the other hand, I have three. I believe in that heavily. Slightly biased. I love Lucario. Riolu was my first favorite Pokemon. Sorry, but bias will come for all of us. So it is important to know how to deal with it when it does. And I got all of mine for way less than where it's at currently. I would never pay that. Paid 60 for two, and one of them I got lucky and traded. Bunch of bulk, pretty much. Bunch of cards I knew wouldn't sell very well long term, and here we are. But moving on, we have the booster bundles. I got a significant amount of these. I think I got like 4 or 5. 4 from the Pokemon Center, and then I picked up a couple from stores. I opened all of them. I straight up opened them. I really like the Mega line. I love Mega Evolution. It's been my favorite since I was a little kid. So I haven't actually opened a set before this, which was I think it was Destined Rivals. That was the only set I like actually opened up until I opened up like maybe 10 packs of Black Bolt and 10 packs of White Flare, and that's it. I try not to open too much because the cards I want the most typically are around that price of about 10 packs. You know, about $50, $60 now or whatever it may be. We're talking about from Target, from Best Buy. I never calculate the market into these things in my head. I don't care what market is. I don't care that market is 42. I don't care that the market puts these packs at like what $7. I don't care. It's not important to me. What matters is going to the store and being patient. Being patient always matters more. I was patient. I waited in line. I got lucky. I got these bundles. And then I wanted to open more. I was patient and I found the single packs. I never buy these. And I never open booster boxes, which lead us to the next topic here. I got one of these. I was very lucky. I could have gotten a Phantasmal Flames one, but I passed. Surprisingly, I know most people would probably call me crazy, but I didn't want to pay 160 out of pocket. I didn't want to deal with that. I'd had plenty of pretty much product. I had plenty of trade product. I knew I could get what I wanted. I completed Crown Zenith without needing the Phantasmal Flames booster box. There's nothing else I want. I could have traded it for what? Probably an $80 profit and then put that towards One Piece. That's typically what I do is I trade my Pokemon into One Piece. Can't do that anymore. But that was the goal for the past year. It was very fun actually. It was extremely enjoyable and I don't sell at market. I usually sell at about 70% or 60% of market. Just that way I feel like I keep this mentality of a win-win. If I'm winning, I want them to win. And that's how I've kept a lot of my customers around, a lot of people that come to me and look for things. I try to make sure we both win. And now I don't really even need to do that because the market is down. Now when I find stuff, I just give it to them because it's more important to build these relationships and it's more important to actually these people that are truly in the hobby for the love of the game. They matter way more than a $5, $10 profit. We need those people to still love the cards because in 5 years, if this continues, there won't be anyone to love these cards. And that's way more important. Not just for my shelf of PC TBs, okay? That doesn't matter. What matters is keeping these people happy. And I think that's being lost in this current point of time. We're slowly going back to normal. We can only hope that with the release of the 30th anniversary and Ascended Heroes that this sentiment continues and the hive mind directs its way towards One Piece. If we're thinking of a Pokemon hobbyist point of view, we want them to continue to leave, to go. As a main collector of One Piece, it does hurt, you know. It does hurt knowing that that is happening, but we can only hope that eventually it stops. But moving on and not going on a tangent. The Mega Evolution Booster Box, I got this from the Pokemon Center. I traded mine for, I believe it was 320. I'm on the 3 month. Yeah, I believe I traded mine at it may have been 300, and then it re-spiked back up to 320 right after I sold, right here. I sold at the beginning of October, right before I went to the card show, and I sold at 300. I should have waited. I would have been able to maximize. But I mean, in my experience, these boxes always fall. They will always fall. You don't have to play a what if game. Dustin Rivals was a very weird situation where it didn't fall. And that does not normally happen. Only with these extremely amazing sets does stuff like that ever happen. And we've only seen that happen twice in the last, like, what, 3 years, 4 years? Evolving Skies. It went up and then fell, and then it kind of stayed at a weird point, but it fell. It fell eventually, It fell down to $100, if not a little bit below in certain circumstances where you bought a lot. It was lower than $100 a booster box. Same with Dustin Rivals, it'll happen. If it doesn't happen, that would be surprising. That would be very surprising, and that's a big signal that shows these people really like this set. Or there's just a lot of people with a lot of money constantly taking it. So, I sold, but I didn't sell the natural way. I traded it for an Evolving Skies ETB. Now, most people would probably disagree with the trade. I don't know. Maybe they would agree. I don't really care. What mattered to me is that it just looks so good. It just looks so good. It's such a good ETB. It has all of my favorite evolutions besides Flareon. If only Flareon wasn't on there, and Glaceon was on there instead. Imagine if Espeon was right here instead of Jolteon. It would have been crazy, but it's still the better one. It's still better. I don't know, we can look at the other one real quick. But yeah, I traded. Now we're looking at pretty much a significant fall off in terms of the booster box. 230, down $100 almost. Whereas my Evolving Skies ETB is only down $20. Yes, I paid, I think I paid $80 cash on top, so I'm in 240, but I'm still up. I have the feeling that this Mega Evolutions booster box right here will be printed a lot more. We just have yet to see it. When everyone's caring about the 30th anniversary in Ascended Heroes, I believe they will be printing more of these boxes. But we don't know. You never really know. That's the biggest takeaway from the video, is that you don't know, okay? You never know. So you have to plan around these ideals of what's rare. What's actually rare? A booster box that can be printed again, or PC ETBs, which we know they do print more. I'm not saying these aren't going to get printed more. I know they will be printed more, especially those white boxes right there. You know what those are. They will be printed again. And that's fine, because I sold one of them for $400 and that paid for all of them. Now I'm in free on all those white boxes. I don't have any money in. So if they were to fall from 300 to 200, it doesn't matter. That's very important, and that should be a lot of what should be learned if you want to kind of flip your way through the hobby and get in at the lowest cost and still be able to pay your bills and not go into credit card debt, which is very important. You don't want to go into debt over this stuff. If you're going into debt, you're in the wrong spot and you shouldn't be here right now. There's always going to be a point in time where this stuff is not wanted. Okay? People will not want Pokemon again one day. You just have to wait. Okay? You just have to wait. If you can't help it though, I get it. I was there too. I've had my fair share of faults and silly moments for sure. Just being a dumbass. But yeah, that's the video. I just wanted to talk to you about that. Just a couple things I've done in order to get the things I want. A little bit of how I got to my collection. Sometimes I just open things. Even prismatic booster bundles. Every single one I've ever gotten, it's the one set I've never resold. I will not resell that set because it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right, You got kids out there really wanting it. It's like at a disservice if I sell it, I might as well open it. I got nothing. I'm over 100 packs in and have nothing, and that's like the biggest reason I don't open is because there's no point. There's no point to open. If I really want something, $500 deep into that set at least, okay? Let's take a look at what we could have gotten instead. Wow. I could have gotten the Espeon. That's my favorite card out of the set. I could have got the Roaring Moon, probably objectively the best card down the line out of this set, and the Ceruledge. Amazing art by Akira Igawa, I believe. No, I'm completely wrong on that. Completely wrong. The gold, yeah, the Goldango, amazing. Iron Valiant, amazing. I even like the Iron Crown. I don't really like what they did to the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, how they changed them into futuristic forms and whatnot and gave them these names that are just, I don't like it. But, it's a good card. Oh, I'm not even showing it. Oh, I'm not even showing it. A little oopsie on my end. The Espeon. If you like Pokemon, you knew what I was talking about. But the Espeon 200, Roaring Moon 150, Ceruledge 100. We're already at about, what is that, 450 to 350, 450 give or take. And then we have the Iron Valiant. I would pick that over the Goldango. I really like this card. But I would have all the cards I like the most. And the Goldango, I would pay 50 bucks for it on top. And I'd have everything. And these prices are still going to go down. They are not. This is not the lowest they will go. We will see this Umbreon hit $500, okay? It's going to happen. I know people don't want to believe it. It will happen. This is not a $900 card. Not right now. Not yet. Same with One Piece. Like these the mangas, okay, the mangas are hard to hit. They are slightly justified. Way more justified than this. Okay. This at 900, you could pull like 10 of these before you pull a manga. I'm pretty sure that's like true. That's like slightly true. I think it's slightly easier to pull them from a manga, like from a OP13 box. Around one per 2 cases, 24 boxes. 24 boxes times 24. $570 packs? It's time to cut this video short. I'm straight wrong. I'm just completely wrong with that. I don't believe this shit, man. There's too many packs of Prismatic. I'm telling you. It is so people don't realize how much they have printed. Even back in February, there was a lot. Even back in June, even more. And now we are sitting where we're at. There's a lot. There is a lot of Prismatic out there. Do not buy that shit. You know what? I'll put you on to one good, decent buy I think is actually decent. If you want to buy from Market. Ooh, did it go up? It may not be good anymore. Okay. In person, if you can find these for like $100, that's really not that bad. What is that? 14 packs of Prismatic. I did that wrong. $7 a pack. I'm pretty sure they charge $6.99 on these special sets now at MSRP. This is like slightly off. I mean, it might be $5.99 MSRP for the special sets. So they're paying $1 more per pack, $14 more than what it should be. If you can get them at 90, holy shit, that's actually decent. I don't buy at Market though. I never buy at Market. It's just never worth it. If you have money though, say you have $1,000 and you can buy 10 of these, 11, absolutely, all day of the week. Thank you for watching. 20-minute video. I tried to do 10. It is what it is. Until next time, stay safe out there. Keep your credit card safe. Keep your bank account safe. Keep your money ready because the opportunities are coming and you need to be ready, okay? You need to be ready for this. If no one's told you that and they're telling you to buy, it's not buy time. You know what it is buy time? This box right here. If you made it to the end, that's for you. $200? Buy it, dude. I'm telling you, you will not regret it come the 30th anniversary. This is this is so obvious. I might just make a video, next videos about this. Thank you for watching. I hope I see you again. Let me know if I helped at all. Let me know if I'm retarded. That shit's important. I need to know. Have a good one, and see you later.